Having created some SPARQL queries with the current state of our ontology, I set up a GraphDB instance, local instance, so it's not available online, but it's running on my local workstation. I created a Catholic Semantic Canon repository, and then I imported the OWL file into the repository, and I created the SPARQL queries using the Java SPARQL queries because I found that RDFlib seems to be quite limited. It often gets segmentation faults. You have to do very simplified queries using, for example, regex instead of using the actual classes or subclasses. So it's the results are hard-coded, which is not recommended. Whereas using Apache Jana, the results are much better. So I'm using the Apache Jana or Java SPARQL queries here in GraphDB, and they seem to be working quite nicely. So I've saved the different queries that are available in the GitHub repository. I've saved them into the GraphDB instance, and we can see the results here. This becomes a way of navigating around the ontology. And church hierarchy, we see the results here. It gets all the results of anything, any class that is related to church hierarchy, even with the alternatives. For example, you'll see Pope more than once. You see Cardinal more than once, because once it's Cardinal of the Holy Roman Church, once it's Prince of the Church, according to the different labels that can be added to these classes. Consecrated life, you get a table of all the results that have to do with consecrated persons, even with the linguistic differences. Sacraments, you get all the results from the ontology that have to do with the class sacraments, and so on and so forth. Liturgy, divine liturgy, Byzantine divine liturgy, liturgical worship, sacred liturgy, canonical hours, etc. So this is a way of interacting with searching for results. It's treating it basically like a database where you can query for results. And it looks like that GraphDB would offer some very interesting opportunities here. I've been looking through the different options. When you go to set up, for example, connectors, you could connect a GraphDB instance to Elasticsearch or OpenSearch or Solr or Lucene, which would make it easy to search through this database and getting results through these different search engines. ChatGPT retrieval also. You can connect it to an LLM. And in fact, I was looking here at lab, talk to your graph. You could create an agent with an LLM backend that can interface with the graph, and you can ask questions about the graph. This looks like it's very interesting and promising. I hope to set that up soon and see what it looks like. In any case, I'm hoping that in the near future we can have an online instance of GraphDB, and hopefully instead of having to update manually the OWL file every time it's pushed to the GitHub repository, it would be even better maybe get RDF data from a URL. It could get it automatically from the raw OWL file on the GitHub repository. So anytime it's updated, the GraphDB instance will be automatically updated also. All things that we can look into. In any case, this is a first example of interacting with querying the ontology.